There's this beautiful scene where we see the creator of Oasis in his childhood bedroom with his younger version of himself. And he says, I like to have him around from time to time.
Yes.
I feel like you do the same.
I do. I'm glad you noticed that, and I appreciate that, and I feel that way too. I've always felt like it's nice to become familiar with who you were, as long as that who you were is still within shouting distance, with where you can actually still identify who you were, and that was that little bit of a, and that wasn't in the book or anything. That was something I wanted to put in the film.
Obviously, this movie is an homage to the previous trilogy by Soderbergh, but also to the original Ocean's 11 from 1960.
Yeah, they remade it. Everyone's saying we're remaking it. I know. We sort of went down a different fork in the road. But,
exactly. Yeah. If you could sit down next to Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. and watch this movie.
And not be asphyxiated by the alcohol in their breath.
Or the death fumes, because they're all, we'd have
I'd love to know how they would respond to this. If they would celebrate it, or if they went, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, just to sit opposite them, or sit at a bar with them, I would love to do that.
I would like to do that, too.
Yeah.
Sammy Davis in particular, I think.
Why?
Exactly.
I don't know, I just found him such a kind of a rebel spirit. And I loved him in that first film. I thought he was,
Martin. I love Dean Martin.
Yeah. But see, I think I came to Dean Martin with Jerry Lewis late in life when his alcoholism was rampant, so I had a kind of a college, and I was so in love with Jerry Lewis.
You know what I heard, and this could be myth, that Dean Martin's glass was always water. He pretended to be drunk.
Yes, I did hear this.
I think his publicist said that.
Really?
Same with Peter O'Toole. You know, no, it's just tea.
We've got to Google this.
Yeah. Really? Yeah, that's what I heard.
That was his shtick. That it was a shtick.
Yeah, that was a shtick.
Yeah, that's my shtick.
There is actually a talk about the importance of remembering our childhood. And he says, when you're a parent, you have a new chance to grow. Is that your experience as well, in that sense, being both of you parents?
Well, no, I have 4 kids, and so I've had 4 different opportunities to grow, and I don't think I really started doing it until my youngest was born. Because it's a progressive process. I think the being a parent is with every kid you have it every year that goes by, you have an opportunity to make fewer mistakes than you did the year before.
Very well put.
Than with the year. And I've since gone back to my older kids and apologized. I said, "Look, guys, I didn't know I didn't know what I was doing." So they said, "That was okay, Dad. We don't blame you for your mistakes, but we do thank you for those few times you were actually right." Which is those are good kids.
Both the novel and the movie, they mention the names of people who fought for light against darkness. Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi. Who are the people you admire today that are fighting for light?
I think that we all think that the teenagers at Parkland who are in the States, who are these young people who are so affected by the shooting at their school and are speaking out against gun violence, are some of the most impressive young people, I think, ever. And I'm very impressed by them.
I think people like Rhys, who started the Me Too movement in our country.
Selena Gomez says reality is only for people who can't do any better. Do you feel that imagination and fantasy are sometimes more important than reality?
Well, they're much better than reality. I hate reality. I've always hated reality, and I like fantasy much better. I like magic much better. Magic appears in many of my movies. I was an amateur magician when I was younger. I like magic, and I find that unfortunately, you have to live in the real world, like the character in Purple Rose of Cairo. She's in love with the screen person, and you can't choose the unreal person because that's crazy. You have to go with the real person, and when you go with the real person, you open yourself up to get hurt, and she gets hurt. But that's life.
She has this wisdom, in fact, with these everyday life lessons she gives to the kids. Nothing is impossible, not even impossible. Change your point of view in life. Do any of them resonate with you in a particular way?
Well, yes. I mean, I think anything is possible, even the impossible, I think is something we should all have faith to live by. I think that we can get bogged down in cynicism nowadays, and I think she just wants to get rid of that feeling for you.
Do you try and teach these life lessons to your kids as well?
Well, I do, and I want them to dream big. I want them to dream that they can be anything they want to be, and to be different and to stand out, and that's a good thing. You don't have to blend in. You don't have to be the same as everybody. I think dreaming big and having big ideas and thinking big is what we always try to instill in their lives.